the stars, Ron Pollio, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Reilly, Joanne Worley, Richard Dawson, and Fannie Flagg as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game 76. And now here's the star of Match Game 76, Rayburn.
Good, how are you? I've never met this fella. Ron, welcome.
How are you?
Now, you see this handsome, talented, gifted young fellow on Welcome Back, Kotter. And sometime... Yes.
It really is.
Oh, it's a marvelous show.
Oh, thank you.
Sometime during the course of these shows, something may amuse him to such an extent that he will do the trademark laughter for which he is so well noted. Everybody else all right?
Charles didn't shave.
I have an electric shaver in my dressing room if you need
I
it.
had a boxing lesson this morning.
Neither did Brett.
Let's say hello to Beth Marie and Carol Biddick. How are you? Refresh my memory. How much money have you won?
$950.
$950. This young lady will use, I suppose, a substantial part of that money to further her education, right?
Yes, I'm going to use it for my union dues and a new portfolio and headsheet and composite to further my acting career also.
Good for you, Beth Marie. And she's being challenged by Carol Biddick, who's had both of her questions and has matched 3 of our celebrities. And when we get back from this commercial, it'll be Beth's turn to try and tie her with 3 or win another game with 4. That'll happen in a minute or so hurry back. Here we go. Push the button and reveal the final question in this game, second round question. This is Beth's. Remember, 3 to tie, 4 to win. Everybody play. They've opened a new reducing salon for fat people. You don't have to exercise. Instead, they blank the fat out of you. It's a new reducing salon.
I don't even want to think about that.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry. Now, I know you don't have your act together. Now, just do that. They've opened. Oh, yes.
They've opened a new
Would
reducing
you like to borrow my glasses?
They've opened a new reducing salon for fat people. You don't have to exercise. Instead, they blank the fat out of you.
It's a restaurant, right? No.
No, a reducing salon.
Oh!
I've said it 4 times. Oh, dear me, what I put up with here. It's
Instead of,
unbelievable.
What is botulism, Brett? I'm just curious.
Is it Catholic disease?
Thank you. I love it.
Mr. Rayburn,
Yeah, the pen doesn't work.
It don't work here.
It don't work here. Well, see if that one works.
There's another one.
There's another one, right. That one work?
Yeah.
Good. Oh, let's throw this one away. Doesn't work? Get it out of there. And we have a whole bunch of extras, Ron. We'll get you another one in a moment or so. Right now, we'll come over here to Beth Marie. They've opened a new reducing salon, Beth, for fat people. You don't have to exercise. Instead, they blank the fat out of you.
Beat?
Oh. They beat the fat out of you. I think it's a rather imaginative and responsive answer.
As do I.
As you do you?
Beat!
Beat. One for Beth. All right, the score is 3 to 1 now.
It is?
Yes.
Okay.
In favor of the New York Yankees.
I think this is going to be a popular fave. I said stomp.
Stomp? Uh-oh. No, stomping is... No, it isn't.
I protest. I seldom protest. What is the difference between stomp and beat?
Well, I'll show you. Get down on the floor.
When I beat my kids, I say, you better move. I'm going to stomp
Stomping, you use your feet. Beating, you use your hands. Or a whip if you're really into it. Well, I'm not. What do you say, Charles?
If you really want to get into it, try a hot torch for a melt the fat off you.
Melt the fat off you. Okay,
Try not
so
to have a rally.
they've opened a new reducing salon for fat people who don't have to exercise. Instead, they beat the fat out of you, according to Beth Marie. What according to you do, Joanne?
Well, what a sweet face. And she said, beat?
Beat.
How ugly. Mine is much more pleasant. They squeeze it out.
Squeeze the fat. Squeeze. The audience likes it, but it does not match. All right, Beth, you've got to match Richard and Fannie to achieve a tie and stay in the game. Let's see what happens.
I said hug or squeeze.
Hug or squeeze, and what do you have, Fannie? So Carol wins by one. Stand there on the tape. Beth, you're going to be leaving here. I'm glad you had a good time, and I'm glad you're going to leave here with some money. Beth Marie, ladies and gentlemen, $950. Goodbye. She says, I can't believe I made it. Well, you made it, and here you are. And now you're going to try for the big money super match where you could win over $5,000. Carol, we polled a recent studio audience, and we got their best response to this. Be my blank. Now, the answer that group gave most frequently is worth $500 if you match it. If you match the answer they gave second most frequently, you get $250 and then $100 for the third. Now, 3 of our celebrities are permitted to suggest some answers, and you can call on them one at a time now.
Richard?
Well, something I was going to ask you. Be my love.
Be my love.
If that doesn't
Charles?
work out.
Is that maudlin scene over with?
Yes.
Since he's taken up boxing, he's become so rugged.
Oh, that's right. Have you got one, Charles?
Well, go on.
Charles,
He doesn't have one.
I've called on you, Charles.
I heard it, man.
Oh, all right.
One day of
Be
not
my
shaving.
Valentine.
Oh, very good. Now that's 2.
Fannie?
I believe Mr. Hilton said this.
Oh, yeah.
Yo,
Be my guest.
Be my guest. Oh, that's a good one. That's some good ones there. You got Be My Guest, Be My Valentine, and Be My Love. I think there are 3 very good ones the celebrities have given you. That's enough of that there.
Or be my baby bumblebee.
I'm going to say Be My Valentine. That was my first thought.
First thought was Be My Valentine. Okay. Let's see if we do indeed have a Valentine up there. He strained something when he did it. Now, remember what happened to him. Let's see if Be My Valentine is under the $100 response. Be My Guest. Okay, that was Fannie's answer. Be My Valentine. Are you under the $250 response? Be My Love.
Be my lunch.
Be My Lunch.
Doesn't everybody know that one?
No.
No. Okay.
Last chance for Be My Valentine, Slide It Earl. Valentine. Very, very good. Listen, you've got $600 now, but more important than that, Carol, you're going to play for 10 times the $500 or $5,000. Now, remember, you have to match one celebrity exactly to collect. Correct.
What has come over here?
day to day.
Oh, it's going to be a
Where
hard
were you
week,
yesterday?
I suspect. What?
Richard.
Richard it is. All right. You're all set there. He's all set. Here it is, worth $5,000. And it sounds like this. Copy blank. C-O-P-Y blank. Copy blank. Well, Richard made up his mind very quickly, Carol. Now it's up to you to make up your mind and give us an answer which you think will match his. And I hope your ESP is going. What do you say to that? Copy?
Machine.
Copy machine. You don't like copy machine? They're all saying copycat. Well, I hope...
They're not up here, you know?
They're not up here, that's right. And I don't want them up here. All right, she says copy machine will match you for the $5,000, Richard.
This time they're right.
Oh.
Copycat. Oh. Copycat. You know, I didn't think of it. That was...
Nope.
Was that a hard one? I guess.
Not for me. I mean,
I
thought
used
of-
to work for a copy machine company, and that's...
Oh, that colored your thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, you better fire your old boss there. Carol, you've got the $600. You'll meet another player in a moment or so, but right now we want to do a little business with America, and then we'll carry on. Now, here we are. We're ready to carry on. If you are, let's meet our new player, Staff Sergeant Rick Blackwell. Rick, how are you? Pretty good? Good. Now, let's find out a little bit about you.
Okay.
Where are you stationed and all that?
Oh, I'm just leaving Fort Lewis, Washington. I'm heading on my way over to Germany.
Uh-huh.
Are we fighting them again?
No, honey,
No,
we're still
we're
in
not
World
fighting
War
them
II.
again. Now, what do you do, Sergeant?
I'm in communications. I operate a teletype. One of these little easy jobs.
Now, this means you've been in 369 years?
9 years. I've been in 11, so one
11?
more year I'll get another one.
In another year, you'll have 4 hash marks there. And 3 up and 1 down is a staff sergeant. And what are all these for? You're a marksman, are you?
Sharpshooter with the rifle.
Yeah.
And these are just various awards for being in Northern Vietnam.
Okay. And what does this mean, this Christmas tree?
That represents the first signal group. It's up in Fort Lewis, Washington. It's a complete signal center.
And why is it a Christmas tree? Because there's so many spruces and stuff like that up there?
Washington is just covered with Christmas trees, and they decided that that would be a good emblem.
Okay, we know all about Sergeant Rick Blackwell. Now let's push the button and begin. And ask the sergeant to make a selection, A or B.
With a name like Blackwell, I'll have to go for B.
Okay, B for Blackwell. Here we go. Sally said to the guys from the college fraternity, "How'd you all get so wet?" And they said, "You should have been there. All 20 of us stuffed ourselves into a blank." And that's how we got wet. 20 of us stuffed ourselves into a blank, and that's how we got wet.
All 20 of us stuffed ourselves into it, and that's how we got wet.
Right. How'd y'all get so wet? And they said, "You should have been there. All 20 of us stuffed ourselves into a blank."
I think I got it. To a greater or lesser degree. I love a Marine.
Oh, really?
And an army man and a sailor and a soldier boy.
And the whole army.
Sailor.
Okay. Here we go. Sergeant, Sally said to the guys from the college fraternity, "How'd you all get so wet?" And they said, "You should have been there. All 20 of us stuffed ourselves into a..."
Fish tank.
A fish tank. Is this lady molesting you, Ron?
Yes, some more.
What do you say to that? He said fish tank.
Well, goldfish bowl.
Goldfish bowl is a man. Very good. Yeah. I really didn't expect that to come up. I thought he gave a rotten answer, but so far he's okay.
Hooray for the red, white, and fish bowl.
Oh! Well, I thought sure that was a loser. Charles?
Speaking of losers, washing machine.
Washing machine.
That comes from when you all went into the phone booth, right?
That's right, phone booth.
They reached right back into the 50s for that. That's how I got it.
It really was a fad in the 50s for college kids to put themselves in a phone booth and then they have contests to see how many. What'd you say, Joanne?
Well, you know, it's very similar. You might need a ruling on this, but I doubt it. I said, because I didn't want to say toilet, I said John.
John.
John who?
No goldfish in mine.
Little fish would die.
Yeah. Yeah, you should have been there. All 20 of us stuffed ourselves into a fish tank.
I use the French word, toidy.
Toidy. Yeah. The sergeant's looking for a fish tank.
Sergeant. Brett was telling me about when she was in college in the 20s, and what they used to do was to shower.
Everybody in the shower. Okay. Well, that's two for him. That's not bad for first rounder, is it? First round ones are usually very, very tough, and it's hard to score, and he did too. Now, here it is for you, Carol. When the archaeologists unwrapped King Tut's mummy, they were shocked. Inside King Tut's mummy was King Tut's blank. That's hard to say. King Tut.
Particularly if you haven't had your aura fixed for the day.
Okay.
What is it again?
Oh, you didn't hear it. When
I
the
heard it,
archaeologists...
but it didn't weigh too heavily on my mind.
What, mine? When the archaeologists unwrapped King Tut's mummy, they were shocked. Inside King Tut's mummy was King Tut's blank.
Well, Charles.
All right.
It's not hard, Charles.
I think archaeology is spelled wrong.
Like he would know.
No, it... Now, wait a minute. A-R-C-H-A-E? Is that right? A-R-C-H-A-E-O-L-O-G-I-S-T, right?
Well, notice how I filled 2
Mummy
minutes.
is misspelled.
I filled 2 minutes.
Everybody ready? Here we go. Carol, when the archaeologists unwrapped King Tut's mummy, they were shocked. Inside King Tut's mummy was King Tut's...
Daddy.
Inside the mummy was the daddy. Ron, what'd you say?
Oh, you could go to the next one. It's okay.
No, come on. You got a rotten one. You're not.
I'm sorry.
You're ashamed of it.
Underwear?
Underwear.
Well, there was nothing there, but it's underwear. Here's it.
See, there was a little play on mummy there and daddy.
I got that. Yeah.
And you got it, but you didn't write it then. Oh, afterwards, because I thought the reading was so superb.
So
what did you say?
Superbly what? Now, you see, I went I went more for, I'm sort of a lyric poet. I'm working on my epic poem when I'm not here. I said inside King Tut's mummy was King Tut's tummy.
Inside the mummy was the tummy.
Well,
Okay.
you know what I mean, hon, don't you?
Yes, we get the point. Now, what did you say?
To get back to the plot.
Yes.
The 6 celebrities are supposed to match the lovely contestant, Debbie.
Right. There it is. All right, inside King Tut's mummy was King Tut's daddy, according to her. What do you say, Joanne?
Well, I really hate to do this to that sweet soldier boy who's going to fight for us in Germany again.
Yes.
But Daddy.
Daddy. Score is now tied 2-2. Now we got 2 more to go. Richard?
I use the English term pater.
Pater.
Or
yes.
daddy.
Or daddy, right? Splendid, old bean. And you, my dear.
Hello.
Hello, hi.
We've beat those Germans twice. I don't understand. I said Daddy.
Daddy. The score is 4-2 at the end of round 1, and now we got a little message for you. There it is. A or B, Sergeant?
I think I'll try A this time.
A. Now, 2 people do not play. Ron and Brett do not play. Everybody else, if you would respond to this, please. Judy said to the elevator operator, "Hey, you. Hey, you stopped too short. My blanks are down around my knees, my ankles."
I have such a terrific answer for that.
Hey, you stopped too short. My blanks are down around my ankles. All right.
Who did he say that to?
Judy is speaking to the elevator operator.
A girl.
Oh.
This girl is talking to the elevator operator. She says, "Hey, you stopped too short. My blanks are down around my ankles."
Gee, that's really tough, Charles. What is wrong with him today?
He's tired.
Is it going to help him if he shaves?
Oh, you're not? Oh, good.
I'm just hot.
Everybody's ready. All right, Sergeant. Judy said to the elevator operator, "Hey, you stopped too short. My blanks are down around my ankles."
Her boobs.
Oh.
Fannie is shocked.
But I bet they match.
Charles, what did you say? Did you hear what he said?
I certainly did, Gene. I said panties.
Panties. All right. Joanne?
Well, I admire his thinking a great deal.
Yes.
And only with Miss Flagg would that be possible. So I, too, said pants or panties.
Pants or panties. Now, you got to match the 2 other ones to stay in the game, and we're up to Richard.
When you read it first, I thought you said knees.
Well, I did, then I corrected it.
No, I'm saying that, and I wrote boobs. Then you said ankles. Well, that's ridiculous.
Well,
so I said pantyhose.
It's not? What do you have, Fannie? Undies. Come on down, Carol. Well, Sergeant, you did. You know, it was kind of, in my mind, as I read the question, that would have been my second choice.
Yeah, I thought of both of them.
You thought of both of them?
And I tossed them in the
Because
middle there.
pantyhose or panties or anything like that would be possible. But the other, dear me. Oh, just in my mind's eye.
You said a sudden stop.
What's that?
You said a sudden stop. So.
A sudden stop, yeah. But it snapped their bra straps, is that it? And fine.
Gene,
that's close enough.
Gene.
Yes. What?
I think it's stretching a good thing too far.
That's right, stretching a good thing too far. We got some gifts for you, Sergeant. Many thanks for being with us. And now these messages for you. Oh, there you go. And to thank everybody. And you were all splendid.
Well, thank you, dear.
That's very good for Ron Pollio, wasn't it? First time around. Very good. Yeah. All right. Just in appreciation for your kind and warm applause, he is going to do his thing. Gene Rayburn here, join us next time for Match Game 76. Goodbye.
It is Monday, May 26th, and it is Memorial Day. Hope you're enjoying the Match Game Marathon. We're getting ready for a very special GSN Live.
That's right. We'll be talking to our soldiers live from Iraq, as well as members of the military who have appeared on some of your favorite game shows.
All right, stay tuned. We're back to start our first game of the day, and be sure to call along out at the top of the hour. Today's all-day Match Game Marathon is underway, and get ready to win big on GSN Live.
Get ready to match the stars from the Love Boat, Fred Grande, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Reilly, Ava Gabor, Gary Berghoff, and Marcia Wallace as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game PM. And now, here's the star of Match Game PM,